We're going to start this hour with day 2 of jury deliberations in the criminal trial of former President Donald Trump.
The jury is making their way through more than 3 weeks worth of testimony and evidence. Today, the jurors were read parts of testimony from 2 of the prosecution's most high-profile witnesses, former tabloid executive David Pecker and Trump's former attorney and fixer Michael Cohen.
The jurors also asked the judge to repeat part of the all-important jury instructions, as well as speakers and headphones in the jury room in order to listen back to evidence. Leading us off this hour, NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hillyard outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Also here with us on set, NBC News legal analyst Kristen Gibbons Feden. So, Kristen, let's start with you and take a step back here. I think some of these rules may seem archaic to people, but why can't the jury have the instructions and the transcripts of the testimony with them?
Well, it's interesting you say archaic because not all states follow that. In some states, including Pennsylvania, where I also practice, the jury can have the written instructions. But in New York, the purpose behind keeping the jury instructions as well as the transcript in the purview of the court is to allow and ensure collective participation in the deliberative process of the jurors. And so that's why the jury instructions and the transcript does not go back. It allows the court to be the leader and the arbiter of what evidence goes in and how.
As in, people aren't reading one-on-one, they're having to listen collectively as a group.
That's right.
So, Vaughn, let me go to you. What parts of Cohen and Pecker's testimony did the jury ask to hear again, and why might that be significant?
It could be significant because it has to do directly with the allegation that Donald Trump violated New York election law. It goes back to the 2015-2016 conversations between Donald Trump, Michael Cohen, and David Pecker of the National Enquirer. And as the prosecution has alleged, these conversations were the beginning of what they say was the conspiracy to suppress the salacious stories like that of Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. And when you're looking at the 34 felony counts that Donald Trump is facing, he is facing 34 felony counts for the falsification of business records to conceal an underlying crime. That underlying crime is the violation of the New York election law to promote his own candidacy through unlawful means. And so this would suggest, to the extent that we can try to read any tea leaves from what the jury is interested in, is that they are at least engaged in conversation behind closed doors about the second tier of the law that the prosecution is alleging that he broke. And so for them, at least they would suggest that the jury is not just simply focused on the falsification of business records, but also on the underlying crime, in that they are looking deeply at those conversations that Pecker and Cohen had with Trump.
Yeah, Vaughn, thank you. Kristen, so let's dig into that a bit. You know, Vaughn just talked about the parts of the testimony we've heard from. The prosecution specifically asked the jury to focus on Pecker's testimony, and they seem to have done that and be doing that. What might that indicate to us?
It indicates that they're being conscientious. They're looking at the testimony. Keep in mind, Pecker testified weeks ago. And so them kind of listening to Pecker's testimony again alongside Cohen's testimony, I think they're also looking for consistencies. But again, as Vaughn pointed out, this is the heart of the underlying crime. It's the heart of the prosecution's case. And by asking for that particular testimony, it really highlights, you know, the evidence that talks about Donald Trump's direct knowledge, his alleged acts in the alleged conspiracy, and it shows that he really did empower Cohen to be his fixer and really execute on this catch-and-kill scheme. And therein lies the underlying heart of the prosecution's case. So I think it bodes well for the prosecution. And as you mentioned, that's exactly what they wanted the jury to focus on. And so it sounds like they're looking at evidence in line with the prosecution's narrative.
All right, really helpful analysis. Kristen Gibbons Feden and Vaughn Hillyard, thank you both.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.